nada de especial. But we'll see, maybe. A próxima seja. A quarta teve cenas boas, eu tenho de admitir. A quarta teve episódios mesmo muito bons. Tivemos o episódio do Homelander no sítio onde ele cresceu. Foi estupidamente bom. Aquele episódio. Esse acho que é o último. O episódio é que o Butcher descobre que o Negan é da cabeça dele. Aquela cena assim, come on, you have to brutalize Butcher, don't listen to him, you have to kill them all, don't listen to him, shut up, bitch. Essa cena, deixa eu admitir que essa cena é boa. Apesar de que eu já sabia, eu já tinha feito a teoria de que ele não existia há muito tempo, mas a forma como eles revelaram que ele não existe é bacana. You slaughter the shrews and harvest choice cuts from their hair carcasses. Take the fresh meat to Wowo Bar. Eu por acaso pergunto-me se ele vai continuar a aparecer. O Negan. É possível, porque no final, a cena final da série é o Butcher lá no carro e a veres que o Negan olha para ele com a cara de orgulhoso. Porque o Negan é a parte violenta do Butcher. Por isso é capaz. Ele é capaz de aparecer outra vez. Have you called up the critters? Quickly, else my customers will complain. This rich, robust redness. Shrew meat is lean yet lovely, I'll learn you. Slated in my secret sauce and smoked, it is a symphony of savory sensations that will satisfy even the most critical connoisseur. It takes time to prepare it properly. Connoisseur. Though, so I feel we may be forced to deny our dedicated customers the desired dinner regardless. Essa noite voltei a trabalhar cedo. Não, mas não acordo com o calor, só acordo com a boca sequíssima. Hoje, esta já é a terceira garrafa de água que eu estou a beber. Nem sei. E agora daqui a poucas semanas vamos ter The Last of Us. Vamos ver o que é que eles vão fazer. Quais vão ser as alterações que o Neil Druckmann decidiu fazer. Tirando as que já sabemos, pronto, a Abby não ser tão isso é mais que a explicação dele é que no jogo eles só fizeram não foi por uma questão de narrativa, mas sim por causa da cena para o gameplay entre a Abby e a Ellie ser diferente. Vamos ver como é que eles vão. O que muita gente está a comentar é por causa dela não ser tão. Ela não vai matar o Joe com um taco e vai matá-lo de outra maneira. Há muitas teorias de que o Joel não vai morrer com um taco de beisebol. Mas há teorias de que pode ser com um tiro, mas que eles vão tentar fazer de uma maneira que seja tipo por acidente. Que ela quer, tipo, vai tentar torturá-lo com a arma, tipo, dar tiros na perna, nas mãos e isso. Mas tipo, o Joel vai tentar atacá-la e ela mata acidentalmente o Joel. Para tipo, ser mais fácil uma pessoa tipo, sentir pena da Abby, por não ser uma maneira tão cruel de matar. Muita gente tipo assim, eu entendo, ele matou teu pai, mas era desnecessário matá-lo daquela maneira, Naughty Dog. Então, por isso, se calhar, o problema é que o Neil Druckmann, eu entendo perfeitamente porque é que o Neil Druckmann mataria o Joel dessa maneira na série. Eu não gostaria de receber ameaças de morte outra vez. Eu já estou traumatizado que chega. Acho que mais vale matá-lo de uma forma mais respeitosa, mesmo que eu não goste.
Aquilo é exatamente ser assim.
O problema é que também não sei até que ponto a HBO vai querer que seja. A HBO anda sensível ultimamente. A HBO não gosta de muita coisa violenta ultimamente. Desde a Guerra dos Tronos que a HBO não faz algo muito violento. Ou seja, a HBO também está sensível nesse ponto. Por isso não sei até que ponto é que eles não vão matar o Joel de uma forma mais levecita. Há coisas. Eu vou com um livro aberto, tenho curiosidade para ver. A primeira temporada foi estupidamente boa. As alterações que eles fizeram até bastantes alterações. Apertadas. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Step 9. Sisidoa needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure the pumpkin. You see the scheduled shipment from the Anawa mines for which I halt is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this recipe of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. To repay a debt of gratitude, Sisidoa wishes to give Roger a pumpkin, which she has purchased from the royal plantations. If Sisidoa doesn't come calling soon, the spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so your order delivered this decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any garment would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here is the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always lodged with demand. You know the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where the local laborers lounge. The pumpkin grown at the royal plantations is as prodigiously plump as promised. Deliver it to Roger and the coffer and coffin. Drink for you, lady. You won't get better or spirit for your kind at that meat place. What's that? Is Isidoa asked you to bring this here to me? So even that foul-mouthed trunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carry these drink sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. The lads is scoffed down beastly amounts of meat and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lady. Few then sat at this junction. Roger hears all sorts of information in his line of work, some of which may be useful to you. Word is Blackbrush Station sorely under my hand. The sun torches there can't get a moment's peace. Blocked by the name of Warren is hoping for boys to earn their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Qual é a próxima série que também vem? Não vinha mais alguma série? Decidia já para o próximo mês. Roger has an inkling that you are made for greater feats than delivering pumpkins. It suggests that you speak with Maureen of the Stone Torches, who is in need of assistance of some description. Looking forward, perchance. If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. Me, posso dizer, essa armadura é top. Wisdom torches are sold for heart by Almaja and Sons Mineral concerned to Amachina and Sons Mineral concerned to protect its interests. Our primary duty is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work and liable to get messier still if you're ill prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I set a nearly equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you are ready, present yourself to me again. Warren professional saleswords extraordinaire is recruiting willing and able adventurers to assist in defending Amagina and Sons Mineral Concerns property. However, he is unwilling to employ those who are ill-prepared for this potentially dangerous task and insists on taking a closer look at your equipment before you begin. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above to present yourself to him for inspection. So, you are ready for inspection? Good, everything appears to be in order. Yet know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is the fickle mistress after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed the side cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Bloodied and bowed. A full gift is concerned for the welfare of a fellow sentry. See that bloke over there, named Salzbert, and his heart bad. Now, it ain't exactly my job to mind his business. I'm a torch, he's a blade, but at the end of the day we're both people, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I went over to him just earlier, asked what's wrong, but he refuses to tell me, the stubborn bugger. Seems his pride's more important to him than his life. What is it with men and acting tough? I tell myself I've tried, but if the fella ends up kicking the bucket, I don't want that on my conscience. I know this is sudden, but could you try and talk to him into drinking a high potion? I'd sleep a deal better for it. I ain't got one on me, but one of my fellas over yonder sells them. Although Ethelwyn knows Osbert is injured, the stubborn sentry refuses to admit anything to her, believing he might more readily accept aid from a stranger. She bids you offer him a high potion, which can be purchased from a merchant nearby. Let me... Breathe, Osbert, old boy, just breathe. Mine is just weakness, leaving that... Damn it, my head. If only I had saved the high potion, I think this might be the end. Well, I don't really need this, but if you insist, you have my thanks, adventurer. Whereas resigned to suffering in silence, for I, Osbert the Undying, veteran of countless battles, could not afford to show weakness to my colleagues and our allies. They look at me for inspiration, you see. Think that I was almost brought low by a gentle blow in the head. I was only incapacitated for a few moments, I think. To repay you for your discretion at this delicate matter, I shall share with you my warrior's wisdom. You must practice handling his heavy stones at your own peril. Out of house and home. Because you must spades. Warren has worked for an adventurer willing to exterminate the goblins taking our wagons. Let's go to it then, shall we? What? Our wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch, a tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use the silver or cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. A swarm of goblins has taken the attacking ore wagons inside the tunnel south of Blackbrush Station. Warren has given you a silver one or cluster which you must use to lure out the creatures and slay them. You have purged the tunnel of goblin presence, thus ensuring the security of future shipments. Return to Blackbrush Station and inform Warren of your success. Well done. Enchant be easy to work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagon should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to our shipments threaten not only Itristan, Amagina, and Sun's mineral concern, but Deolda herself, what might liken these strange tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. Sometimes the old ways are best. They need someone to procure hammer beak ribs. Looking to help out around the station, are you? Well then, how about hunting some hammer beaks? We just received an order from the FM's repatriaries for silver ingots. They need it to make ceremonial silverware, or so I'm told. However, we've been instructed to refine the ore by melting it in a furnace lined with a layer of bone ash. Since we don't normally smelt silver this way, I've long neglected to restock our stores of hammer break ribs. Alas, there's no time to order more. If you would slice several of the fiends and take their bones to Beringer in my stead, I'd be forever grateful. FM's laboratories has ordered silver ingots for the production of ceremonial silverware. However, Zezeda has long neglected to restock the hammer beak ribs that are needed to refine the silver ore. Sister by slaying hammer beaks and gathering their ribs.